You know, it's starting to feel a lot like summer, and I'm getting you ready for that because we've got a major event I want to tell you about. TwoGether Land Fest is coming to Dallas, and if you don't know, I'm about to tell you. Please welcome Jason Carter, founder of ONE Musicfest, which started in Atlanta.
Yes, ma'am.
So, first of all, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, listen, I know all about ONE Musicfest. If you guys don't know, 14 years running, major deal in Atlanta. Tell me how you got into that space, because you came from a corporate background.
Right. Honestly, I started moonlighting, doing events in Atlanta while in corporate, and then the moonlighting hustle got bigger than the corporate, so I just took the leap of faith in my late 20s and just kind of ran after it. The events actually helped form a brand marketing company where we started doing like large social activations for brands, and then the idea back in around 2008 came about as far as a music festival. You know, I think the way festivals were being programmed, they were really overlooking the black and brown community. So we said, you know what, there's not an outdoor Bonnaroo style festival for our community, so why don't we create one? And
you did.
And we did.
And it's successful. It's a big deal. I mean, how many people were at ONE Musicfest last year in Atlanta?
We had 100,000 people.
That's crazy.
That's
Piedmont Park, crazy.
That's right.
So you're bringing this to Dallas. Tell me, why did you want to, why Dallas? Why here?
So we looked at a couple of different cities. We looked at LA, we looked at Brooklyn, we looked at Chicago, we looked at Houston. So I do have ties in Dallas. So my line brother, Oscar Joyner, who's born and raised in Dallas, has always been in my ear about, you got to do something here. So the more I kept visiting, the more I kept kind of looking around, I realized that there was nothing quite like ONE Musicfest in Dallas. And it's just a rich environment, culture that has a love for live music. So, you know, the same thing that we created in Atlanta, it felt like we could equally create that in a diverse city like Dallas. So although it does highlight the black and brown culture, it's very inviting to everyone. And Dallas feeds into that. It
does. And this is going to create some opportunities for local Dallas talent, for local Dallas DJs. Can you talk to me about that too?
So we didn't want it to feel like an Atlanta festival that we dropped off in Texas. So we wanted it to be very authentic to Southwestern culture in Dallas. So, so Bebe, he has a set. All of our DJs are from Dallas. A lot of the artists that we have, they just score extremely well in the Southwest area. But we're also collaborating with a lot of small businesses here as well. So from visual artists to local venues to you know, even like the mixologist contest we're having a pitmaster contest, and all this kind of speaks to Southwest culture.
I think it's going to be amazing, and I think you tapping into the culture, being a foreign festival for our state, is going to resonate with a lot of people here. And to that point, we actually kind of have a little bit of exclusive, because the lineup just dropped. Pre-sale tickets are already available, yes, but the lineup just dropped. So big names. Tell them who's coming.
So Lil Wayne, Summer Walker, Latto, Glock, Gucci Man, Muni Long, Tyler. Who else? There you go. I
won't do it.
Mariah the Scientist.
Yes.
Tink. I mean, we have Drew Hill, Mexican OT.
You know, I came from our Baltimore station. I love Drew Hill.
So
it's going to be great.
Yeah, so a little bit of old school, a little bit of R&B, a little bit of down south, a little bit of Midwest. So it's a generational festival as well. So,
it is.
I mean, you'll see people, you know, well in their early 20s partying and celebrating right next to somebody well into their 40s. So, and you can't really find that with a lot of festivals either. So this kind of taps into, you know, folks that enjoy music, have a little bit of ADHD, and they want a little bit of everything. Right? So that's what we created. This is our first one, and we're super excited.
Last thing I want to ask you before I let you plug all the information. Fair Park is an historic area. Why was it so important for you to tap into that and tie that culturally into the purpose of the festival?
I mean, that's a great question. So Oscar also kind of educated me on the history of Fair Park. And honestly, I just think it made perfect sense as far as what that area means to us, the history behind it. And it's also a huge, vast area. And the team over there was super inviting. So, you know, I appreciate working with them. But I think for that area and the story and the legacy behind the Fair Park area, I think it's hand in glove.
Very important. All right, tell people where they can get tickets. Pre-sale tickets are available right now.
That's right. Tickets are available at TwoGether Land. That's two spelled TWO. GETHER Land.
There you go. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank
hanging out
you.
with us.
I appreciate you.
All right, guys. We'll be right back.